For most people, family reunions are fairly routine, but for those who serve in the military, these are rare and incredibly precious moments. Grab some tissues, because we've gathered the most heartwarming videos of soldiers coming home. With a smile like that, this military woman must be heading to the gym where her sister's dancing, completely unaware of the reunion about to happen. This tough airman can't hold back the tears when he sees his newborn son. He's waited for this moment for what felt like forever. For many long weeks, this man's heart yearned for nothing more than the chance to tap his daughter out of the army and hold her tightly in his arms once again. What's the first thing a good soldier does after coming home? Surprise his little brother, of course. This dad was thrilled just to get a congratulatory video from his son in the Navy, but what happened next completely melted his heart. Imagine popping open the trunk to find your military daughter instead of groceries. I bet her family believed in magic that day. Seeing how much this boy missed his military dad, the family decided to surprise him with a gift that meant more than any toy ever could. A fun Halloween party felt like the loneliest night ever for this girl without her beloved soldier, but not for long. This little girl went outside to pick up a package from her military godmother, having no idea what unbelievable surprise was waiting behind it. This reunion hits extra hard when you realize this soldier is meeting his baby daughter for the very first time. For this boy, a search for his fishing rod turned into the most unforgettable dad hug. There's just no way to describe how much he missed him. Soccer will definitely be young Kalani's favorite sport from now on. After all, it's what brought her mom back to her. It's amazing how one person's arrival can light up a room on so many different levels. We've seen brothers reunite, but now it's time for two brothers-in-law. Family truly is more than just blood ties. This girl had no idea why her mom had blindfolded her, until her hands touched something warm and so familiar. This young man may already be a star soldier, but after this surprise, he's about to become his grandma's favorite grandson, too. Here's how a baseball game brought one big family back together with their military dad. They're definitely not letting him go again. A military son couldn't make it home for Christmas, so he sent his mother a heartfelt card. Oh, and a little surprise to go with it. Sorry, Santa, but this mom already got the best Christmas present ever. This woman stepped outside expecting to see scratches on her car, not the son she'd been dreaming of for months. This video is what we call a Christmas miracle. Alright, who's cutting onions? One look at this girl's smile, and you can tell someone very special has come home today. This groom told himself that he wouldn't get too sentimental on his wedding day. But today, there's a 100% chance of precipitation from the eyes. Watch the pain of months apart disappear in one long-awaited embrace. Like a true gentleman, this soldier brought flowers and a gift for the person who kept him going for the past year, his daughter. This girl is heading to her car because her coworker told her she has a flat tire. Well, if flat tire is code for her boyfriend, then her coworker wasn't exactly lying. For a young girl, a big sister is both a friend and support, so separating them is just unfair. Think about it, 2 years in the Marines is a solid 17,500 hours away from family. Thank goodness that's finally over.
Because we have a special surprise for you!
Graduation feels unreal for Faith Brown, and having her sister from the Navy there to celebrate, that was the real shocker. To anyone who says true love can't handle distance, you need to watch this sweet video. In seconds, an ordinary PE class became the most unforgettable moment of this girl's life. Watching your daughter grow up and follow in your footsteps is probably the greatest feeling for a father. This woman always opens her door hoping to see her military son behind it. Well, today's her lucky day. This woman knows the easiest way to make her whole family happy. Just come home safe from serving in a war zone. All you need to know about this soldier is that she hasn't seen her sister in a year, and she's not about to wait 5 more minutes until her class ends. Before enlisting, this soldier was a basketball coach. These boys are like family to him, so surprising each one with his return is a matter of honor. When his daughter was little, they would watch The Grinch for hours. Who would have thought that this green grouch would become the symbol of their reunion? During her first year at sea, this sailor planned a surprise for her mom. And right before your eyes, that plan is finally coming true. This guy promised his sister that he'd make it to her graduation, and like a true Marine, he kept his word. When I say I love sports, I mean these incredible family reunions that often happen right on the field. A restaurant dinner became truly enjoyable when a couple missing their military son got to rejoice at his return. Not long ago, his son was asking him to play toy soldiers, and now he's an Air Force graduate. This father has every right to be proud. The bright sun that day couldn't compare to the radiant smile of a mother whose dear son has finally returned. This military woman missed her dad so much that she rushed straight to his workplace after her service was over. I'm not crying, you're crying. On her wedding day, the only person allowed to make the bride cry is her brother, who made it back from the service just in time. Ever wondered just how strong military kids are? They don't see their parents for months, but their smiles never fade. Shock and sheer relief is what this mom felt when she saw her son. Let's hope she won't have to shed tears over him again. This soldier knows firsthand how important family is at a tap-out ceremony, so he made sure to personally congratulate his wife. I don't have enough fingers to count how many times these two had dreamt of this moment. They've earned their happily ever after. When Kimberly's brother was deployed to Korea, it felt like a piece of her soul went with him. Now, a year later, she knows what true happiness feels like again. Guess whose mom is about to become the happiest person on the planet?
Oh my gosh!
4.5 months apart condense into just a few seconds as mom races into her daughter's arms, finally together again. Teji the dog is having a second birthday today, all because his owner has returned from service. This family isn't into Marvel or DC. In their hearts, there's only one superhero. Their military dad and husband. I guarantee this touching family reunion clip will boost your serotonin levels sky high. This boy thought that he was entering a contest for free pizza, but his military dad had a prize 100 times cooler. They say siblings do nothing but argue, but that's just a myth. These two are living proof. Who do you think this airman is knocking on the door to see? Of course, it's his sweetheart, whom he's been dreaming about throughout his tough service. Don't ask these dogs how they're feeling. Their owner just came back from deployment and they have some serious tail wagging and face licking to catch up on. If you've lost your smile today, this tap-out video will bring it right back. No words needed here. Being apart was clearly a challenge for these brothers. Every second spent away from her Marine boyfriend felt like an eternity for this girl. Thankfully, even eternity has an end in this case. I don't know what was harder for this soldier, going through service or being away from his family. Thankfully, both are finally behind him. This woman finished her overseas deployment and is ready to embrace her favorite role again, being a loving mom. True friendship is when you come back from service early just to surprise your best friend at the gym. Every soldier deserves a wife who's genuinely happy to welcome him home from a mission. For these two, the airfield used to be a place of tough goodbyes. Now it's a place filled with joyful reunion memories. Some soldiers are greeted by their dogs, but this one had a fox waiting for him. Just look at her reaction. It's priceless. A soldier's job is to protect his country, and a son's job is to keep his mom smiling. This guy has both covered perfectly. Family gatherings can't be called family gatherings if one member is missing. That's why this soldier made sure to be there. This soldier has a masterful way of brightening his sister's boring school day. I'm almost convinced that the Army has special training for putting together surprises. How else would soldiers be so good at it? This little princess bravely went a whole year without her dad. She's earned the greatest reward. Can you name anything more beautiful than hugging your family after 8 months apart? Nothing comes close. This military woman had a very good reason for coming home early from deployment. Her dog missed her. Instead of one big surprise, this soldier decided to share a moment of joy with everyone who waited for him. Isn't that sweet? All it took was the return of her military sweetheart to replace her apathy with pure, boundless joy. If you spot a Navy sailor at a gymnastics class, it can only mean one thing. He's here to see his little sister. This reunion is overflowing with so much love that you can practically feel it through the screen. This once little girl may have grown up into a soldier, but her bond with Grandma is as strong as ever. This heartwarming reunion could melt even the biggest icebergs. Wouldn't you agree? A year of waiting, hundreds of letters, and countless emotions are now behind them. Ahead lies forever, shared between the three of them. The only thing these two brothers love more than the Army is their mom, so letting her spend Christmas alone? Out of the question. This grandma may have had a long life, but she still has room in her heart for moments like this. After 1,000 miles, 2 transfers, and a delayed flight, this woman has no regrets. She'd do it all to be with the love of her life again. This soldier's return was a celebration for her sister and her whole school. They're thrilled to welcome their hero back. Your heart will ache watching these kids clinging to their dad. They were without his support for far too long. On the job, she's a tough soldier serving her country, but at home, she's just a mom who loves to surprise her child. Frozen in shock doesn't quite cover the whirlwind of emotions this girl felt when she saw her military boyfriend. And how's this for an adorable homecoming surprise? Mom showed up at her son's practice, a moment he was totally unprepared for. Get ready to watch this soldier's wife left completely speechless. She certainly wasn't expecting visitors for Christmas. What would a girl's favorite moment from her school years be? A first kiss? Graduation? Nope. It's the reunion with her Navy brother after months apart. Today is the last time these dogs will have to dream about seeing their owner. He's finally home. Before leaving for the service, this woman promised her friend that she would get the first hug upon her return, and that's exactly how it went down. No romantic movie could ever compare to moments this real and heartfelt. The miles that once separated them feel like nothing compared to the inches between them now. Going to games was their family tradition, and this sailor wouldn't be himself if he missed out on that. This woman will never have to fall asleep alone again. Her soldier husband will make sure of that. If you asked this girl to define hell, she'd say it was the 9 months apart from her military sweetheart. Knowing how much his daughter loves fairy tales, this soldier decided to give her a magical surprise. Being in the middle of the workday isn't going to stop this soldier from finally kissing his wife after 10 long months away. This soldier couldn't just sit at home waiting for his sister, so he surprised her at the supermarket instead. Knowing how often his sister works overtime, this caring brother came to give her a break and the best surprise ever. If you've never actually heard shouts of pure joy, this mom's reaction is all you need. This Navy sailor isn't standing in the principal's office because he's in trouble. He's here to share a moment with his brother that neither of them will ever forget. It takes something pretty big to make this seasoned soldier nervous, and it turns out a reunion with her little sister does just that. One turn of the doorknob and an ordinary family night transforms into something magical. I've got a feeling that these powerful mom hugs aren't coming loose anytime soon. This boy had a feeling today would be a good day at school, but he had no idea just how good. The bond between mother and daughter is already deep, so knowing that they had to be apart for 6 whole months just hurts to think about. Sometimes a hug says more than any beautiful words ever could. Alright, time to dry those tears. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments if you're waiting for someone to come home from the military. See you in the next video.